Welcome back, everyone. We're diving deep into the world of Dune today, specifically those captivating origins of House Atreides.
Really going back in time.
Yeah, before the original Dune even starts. And we're using Dune, House Atreides by Brian Herbert,
Yeah,
to really understand how it all began.
a lot of fascinating things to unpack.
I know, like power struggles and betrayals and the quest for spice.
Spice. It's not just a spice, it kind of fuels everything.
Everything. You can't have space travel without it.
Right. It's more valuable than water. Way more. Even more than precious metals.
Okay, that's a lot to take in.
This is Dune. We're going deep.
Right into that deep end. So one thing that really stands out is the contrast between Arrakis and Caladan.
Absolutely. You've got Arrakis, a brutal desert planet. Harsh.
Yeah, definitely not a vacation spot.
No, it's a punishment.
But it's the only source of spice melange in the entire Imperium.
Which makes it the most valuable. And Baron Harkonnen, he rules Arrakis.
He's not exactly known for his kindness, is he?
He wants to make his mark on Arrakis. Erase past mistakes. Rule effectively.
Those excerpts we have paint a different picture, though.
Right?
He seems pretty obsessed with power and profit. Not exactly benevolent the way he goes about things.
It's all about control for him. Dominance. Now, think about Caladan. That's where House Atreides is from.
Complete opposite, right?
Abundant, peaceful, water everywhere. People, they seem content.
Values of honor and loyalty.
Very different from what we see on Arrakis.
So when House Atreides ends up on Arrakis,
A clash is inevitable, different values.
like stepping into a viper's nest,
Yeah.
blindly. Okay, let's talk characters. We see a young Leto Atreides, just a kid really, being sent to Ikes.
Ecossex, industrial planet, a hub for technology and politics.
Lots of maneuvering going on there.
It shapes Leto. This journey to Ikes, he sees the Harkonnens' brutality on Arrakis firsthand.
That's got to leave a mark.
It does. And his father, Paulus, he teaches Leto about leadership, making decisions based on conscience.
Not just what's easy.
Right. He starts to understand power's true cost, the challenges of ruling justly.
Heavy stuff for a young guy.
Definitely. And then there's Baron Harkonnen.
Oh boy. Talk about power hungry.
Ruthless. Absolutely. He's obsessed with control, revenge, and of course, spice. All about that spice trade.
He's the classic villain you love to hate.
Now we have Pardit Kynes, the imperial planetologist.
Okay, he's interesting.
Fascinating. He's also interested in Arrakis, but for different reasons. The planet's ecology captivates him. He wants to transform it.
Into a paradise from that harsh desert.
A verdant paradise.
Yeah.
Very different from the Baron's view. Kynes believes in ecological transformation.
An inspiring vision.
It is, and he starts to connect with the Fremen.
Ah, the Fremen. Mysterious desert dwellers.
They hold the key to Kynes' vision.
They're described as fierce and capable. They must have amazing survival skills.
They know the desert. They have this deep connection to Arrakis.
Sounds like they'll be important later on.
For sure. Then we have Duncan Idaho, skilled swordsman.
But he has to flee for his life, right?
Yeah. He witnesses some awful things the Harkonnens do. His loyalty to House Atreides gets tested.
So much happening on Arrakis.
But the intrigue goes way beyond Arrakis.
Right, across the whole Imperium.
Emperor Elrud, a very cunning ruler.
He's playing the great houses against each other.
He's keeping his grip on power.
Smart, but manipulative. And then there's his son, Crown Prince Shaddam IV.
Ambitious. Wants that throne. He's plotting with his advisor, Hasamir Fenring.
Undermining his own father.
Classic power struggle.
To control the spice, of course.
We can't forget the Bene Tleilax, those masters of genetic engineering.
Lurking in the shadows.
Offering solutions.
But they always have their own agenda, don't they?
Always. The Tleilaxu add that layer of suspense. Keeps you guessing. What are their real goals?
It's unsettling. And then there's the Bene Gesserit, another secretive group.
The sisterhood. Their goals are ancient. They're playing the long game.
They're working towards shaping humanity's future. Their breeding program to create the Kwisatz Haderach. It's kind of scary, their influence. They operate on such a vast scale.
Generations. They think in terms of generations. And Spacing Guild.
Can't forget them, controlling interstellar travel.
They need spice. Lots of it.
So they're definitely a major player in this whole power dynamic.
Definitely.
So we've got the stage set for conflict, seeds of betrayal planted. Leto returns to Caladan, but he's not alone. He brings refugees with him.
Romber and Kylea Vernius.
Heirs to a fallen house.
Another layer of complexity.
Oh, yeah. And then things get really interesting with the Ixian revolt.
And the Tleilaxu takeover.
They seize control of Iltix. Ruthless, their tactics.
They'll do whatever it takes to get what they want.
And then Shaddam rises to power.
Elrond dies, Shaddam becomes emperor.
But he's relying on the Tleilaxu, and he doesn't like House Atreides.
A recipe for disaster.
Definitely. And amidst all of this, we have Paul Atreides, still working towards his green Arrakis.
He's trying to get the Fremen on board. They're the key.
A force for change.
Possibly.
And then Paul Atreides is born on Caladan.
An intriguing event. Destiny.
Definitely feels like a turning point. This little baby entering a world on the brink of chaos.
You know, what really gets me is how complex Brian Herbert made this world. It's like you've got power, destiny, betrayal, all playing out across the galaxy.
Huge scale.
But then you see those little moments where it shows the human cost.
Oh, yeah. It's not just about politics and space travel. Like Paul Atreides and his vision for Arrakis.
He's different compared to the Baron, who just wants to exploit everything.
Totally.
Kynes, he sees potential for something better. Like, can you really change a planet like that?
That harsh.
Yeah, it makes you think.
And that's where the Fremen come in.
Right.
They've adapted to this crazy environment.
Human resilience, adaptability.
It's amazing.
And Kynes understands to change Arrakis, he has to work with the Fremen, not try to control them.
Not like the Baron.
Exactly.
Oh, and the Bene Gesserit with their Kwisatz Haderach program. That's a whole other level.
Falling straight.
From the shadows. Shaping the future.
A cosmic chess game.
Yeah. It makes you wonder, are we being manipulated by forces we don't even know about?
Interesting question.
Like Leto's mother, Helena. She warns Paulus about helping the Vernius siblings, almost like she sees the future.
Yeah. You see those glimpses of the future, visions, premonitions.
It adds that element of fate, destiny.
Makes you wonder about free will.
Versus being predestined.
Exactly. We see Emperor Elrond and Shaddam, their power struggle really heats up.
Yeah, Elrond's getting older. Relies on his advisors more.
Creates an opening for Shaddam.
To grab that power.
Elrond, he's clinging to the old ways. Shaddam, he's all about ambition, embracing new technologies.
He sees the Tleilaxu and their genetic engineering as a way to get ahead.
He wants to create artificial spice. Imagine that.
To control the market. Wow. He's not playing around. And speaking of not playing around, the Baron. He's just pure evil.
It's disturbing.
He orders Porto Kynes executed. Kynes, an imperial planetologist. And then he assaults Reverend Mother Mohiam.
Awful. Yeah. Just awful. The Baron is driven by this darkness.
A complete disregard for human life. It's chilling.
Power corrupts. We see it time and time again.
But there are those glimmers of hope. Like Duncan Idaho. And Thufir Hawat.
Ventat.
Their loyalty to House Atreides, it's so strong.
Duncan risks everything to warn them about the Harkonnens. And Thufir using his mind to protect them.
It's really touching. That kind of loyalty is rare.
It shows the power of human connection, even in this world, where betrayal is everywhere.
Yeah, it's not just individuals betraying each other. Whole houses are in on it, like the Tleilaxu.
The Imperium breeds deceit. You have to be careful who you trust.
No one is safe. But there are those moments of hope, right? Like when Paul Atreides is accepted by the Fremen.
And his dream of a green Arrakis, it starts to become real.
Even in the most desolate place, there's potential for change, for growth.
It's beautiful.
Kynes shows us that.
He's not just changing the landscape, he's changing the Fremen, giving them new ideas.
Seeds of change.
Exactly. And speaking of seeds of change, we have the birth of Paul Atreides on Caladan.
It's like a turning point.
A new chapter begins.
Paul's born into this world, on the brink of war. And his mother, Lady Helena, she's Bene Gesserit.
But she's made choices. Choices that don't make the sisterhood happy.
It's going to influence Paul, his path.
No doubt. He's no ordinary child. Destiny weighs heavily on him.
Yeah, so much has happened already.
Yeah.
What stands out to you the most as we're exploring these origins?
The women in this story, they're not just, slamming by. They're making decisions, taking risks, shaping things.
They're definitely not passive, like Lady Helena. Leto's mother, she's Bene Gesserit.
Bound to the sisterhood. But she's also fiercely loyal to her family.
To House Atreides?
Her choices, they're not always popular.
No.
But she's trying to protect the people she loves.
And she stands up to her husband, Paulus. Even about politics.
She's a strong woman.
In Calia Vernius, she's lost so much. Her home, her family, everything.
But she doesn't give up.
No. She's smart, resourceful, determined.
She's a survivor.
You have to be. In this world.
And the Fremen women.
They're tough.
Resilient. Connected to their culture.
They're vital to Fremen society.
Absolutely. It's not just about being wives and mothers.
They're active participants,
The backbone of their society.
holding everything together. It's clear. The women in Dune, they're not just there in the background.
They drive the story forward.
Making choices, choices that have consequences.
It adds so much depth
to the whole story.
Yeah.
It reminds you, power and influence, they come in many forms.
Not just brute strength or politics.
There's intelligence, resilience, and strength of spirit.
That's what matters.
As we get to the end of Dune, House Atreides, there's this feeling like something bad is coming.
Sense of doom, like a storm.
You can feel the tension.
It builds and builds. Shaddam's getting more ambitious. He'll do anything for power.
Yeah.
The Baron, he's just ruthless.
His hatred for House Atreides is growing.
And the Fremen, with Kynes guiding them.
They're becoming a real force. It's like you're just waiting for the other shoe to drop.
You know it's coming.
And then that message Leto sends to Shaddam about the Emperor working with the Tleilax.
Oh, that was a risky move.
Yeah. He's calling them out.
Leto's not afraid.
But Shaddam, he's dangerous.
He doesn't tolerate anyone challenging him.
So what happens now? House Atreides is going to Arrakis, walking right into danger. Enemies everywhere.
It's a tough situation. They've got the Harkonnens, the Tleilax, and Shaddam, all against them.
Can they survive that?
It's hard to imagine how. But House Atreides, they're known for their honor, their loyalty.
Maybe they'll find a way to navigate Arrakis, to overcome the challenge.
Which we can hope.
Right. This deep dive has been amazing, exploring the origins of House Atreides.
Their values.
Their strengths, their weaknesses.
Yeah.
It's a world of power, betrayal, destiny.
And the people who shape it. So much intrigue, danger.
The fight for survival.
Always.
It really makes you think, what will happen to House Atreides? Will they fall?
Or will they rise above it all?
Those are questions for you to ponder as you continue to explore the Dune universe. But even on Arrakis, that harsh planet,
there's always hope.
the possibility for change,
Yeah.
growth, the human spirit can prevail.
It can.
So keep exploring, keep those questions coming, dive deep into the stories that grab you.
You never know what you might discover.
That's the beauty of it.